I was a struggling entrepreneur in 2009, lost $80,000. I flew to the Philippines and almost got killed trying to outsource a business. And I was at my wit's end. And then I did what a lot of people do at that moment when I was super low is I started watching Tony Robbins videos on YouTube. And it was late at night and I remember I clicked on a link. And when I clicked on a link, I saw this thing and it was this rabbit hole I went down and I ended up finding out about some conference that could help me transition to doing something I never even knew, which was I could sell information online. And that was my introduction into this. And I remember getting into it and getting into information world and getting into hearing about courses and membership sites and learning about how you could do, high ticket items and all this kind of stuff. And man, it was enthralling. It was awesome. And I remember the first conference I went to, I remember that person I listened to, they were like a god to me. They told me things I'd never heard. I implemented them and we actually worked. We made thousands and thousands of dollars. But what I learned over time is that there were many of these so-called information gods and leaders of this industry. And what I also learned is that every conference I went to, somebody told me a different story about what I needed to do. Somebody told me a different story about what was working. Somebody would say it's webinars. Then somebody would say it's not webinars. Somebody would say it's phone calls, live sales calls. And then somebody would say it's not. Somebody would say it's this product mix. And then somebody would say it's not. And then what I realized is, as we started growing and scaling a business, and I ended up selling an information business for millions of dollars, what I found was there was no absolute truth in the industry. There was no place where I could look to get industry data that showed me okay, this isn't just what one person says, but what is the real data that's happening across the industry that's working industry-wide that's not because somebody's trying to sell me something. And inside of that, and inside of starting a company, which is called Gravy, which what we do, we started looking inside and serving all of these companies, and we started to see that there's patterns and there's different formulas that are happening. And we started seeing there's different product mixes and there's different things that are working and not working. And I simply got curious and wanted to figure out what is going on? What is the truth? And that's why we started what's called Gravy Insights. That's why we're doing the largest research across different brands, different people, different things to find out, hey, what pricing really works? Not just because it works for me, but it works across the industry. How big are businesses? What creates revenue growth? How big does your team need to be? Do you need to outsource or do you need to insource? All of those different things. And so that's why we started Gravy Insights. And that's why we're doing this research, because we want to provide the truth. Because at the end of the day, we don't have an info product to sell to you on this. That's not what we're doing. We want to provide value to you to say, if you want to know the step-by-step patterns of how you grow from 0 to over $10 million in revenue, here's exactly what to do when. And that's why we've done this research and we've learned some amazing things and we're going to provide that for you.